Hi, we're playing Tetris. How is everyone doing? It's very weird for me to be streaming on a Monday. It's very weird. I'm also like really disoriented. Like I'm tired, and it's like a weird kind of tired where it's like I'm not like extremely tired, but it's like today was definitely a weird day because I had to do grown-up things and make a whole bunch of phone calls, which is very unusual for me because like I said, I hate talking on the phone, so it was so weird. But we got stuff done. We did stuff. We accomplished stuff. Oh, Tetris, never really tried to play it, really. It's a good game. I didn't expect to get into it, but I've been playing Tetris, this particular Tetris, for probably been a year now, actually. It just kind of happened. But yeah, we usually warm up the stream with some Tetris when it's a Switch game because I have it on my Switch, and sometimes I'll play this game just to kind of keep me company, keep me entertained while I what's it called? Wait for the timer to run down. Do you think I should ever try it? And which site game should I try? If you like playing on your computer, there's a free game called Tetrio, which is basically Tetris without it being Tetris. It's basically Tetris. This is also free if you have the Switch. This is more stressful because you're competing against people. But this is Tetris 99. It is free on the Switch if you want like something competitive. But it gets very stressful because you're competing against other people. If you really like Tetris or like you're really into music, I highly recommend Tetris Effect, which is on PC, but I also think it's on Switch. So those are really good options. I'm not really familiar with like any other versions of Tetris, but those are the ones that I like. Wait, this one is free? Ayo, yeah, it's free. This one's free. Hey, Andres, how are you? Yeah, Tetris 99 is free. And that's how I got sucked into this hell. I downloaded it because I was like, oh, Tetris, that's fun. And then here we are now. I'll drop links to some stuff if y'all want to know about Tetrio. Tetrio is a good one. It has a Zen mode. So it's like you can play non-stop Tetris without penalties. Like if you mess up, it won't do anything. It'll just start you over. I suck at Tetris LMAO. I'm too smooth brain. I think this helps me not be smooth brain in a way. I think it opens up the matrix in my mind. I really do. I think this opens up some sort of matrix in my mind. Like I see stuff that I couldn't see before. I'm doing well. It sounds like you had a productive day. Today was very productive, and I'm very tired because I was not made to be productive. But it's okay. I'm not like so tired where I like dread streaming, so that's good. Yeah, it's just very weird because I did so much stuff, and I was like, man, you did stuff today. And I'm like, yeah, you did. Good job. Now I'm just hoping that it stays, like I don't have to do this stuff again anytime soon. I have played Tetris since I was younger. I still don't know how to play. You don't know how to play it. I actually did have someone ask me like, hey, how do you play Tetris? And I'm like, you clear the blocks? I mean, clearly this is like not casual. I mean, it's casual for me, but this is not like relaxing Tetris. This is not relaxing. This is kind of panic-inducing. But yeah, those are the ones that I recommend. I've played Tetris Effect on stream before. If you want to check out any like VODs or anything. Oh my god, I don't even know what that was. That was... I can't even say that was Joy-Con drift because I actually don't even know what that was. Tetris Effect is good if you like music and cool effects because that's what you get. That's not free though, but I think it's worth it. I did get my game on sale, so it is possible for it to go on sale. Oh my god, please. No. No. Thank you. No. No. But I'll drop a link to Tetrio because that one is free. And it has like a bunch of different modes and everything. So like if you just want to do like a casual, not stressful game like this, I recommend Tetrio. Which, like I said, is Tetris, but not really Tetris. It wasn't God! Hang on, let me drop a link to Tetrio. Alright, so that's the Tetris one that's on PC and it's free as well. I've mentioned it a few times. Shima hacking into the mirrors with Tetris. Yeah, this one definitely is very competitive. I'm gonna play one more round just to get out of my system and then we'll move on to the game. So Tetrio is like Tetris, but it has a lot of different modes. I recommend just kind of starting off with solo mode and just kind of like doing Zen maybe, because Zen is just kind of like chill vibes, some lo-fi music, you know, just some cool stuff. It does get a little weird with PC controls, like keyboard controls, but you get used to it after a while, and I think you can rebind your keys too, so it feels more natural to you. You're gonna wait until Tetris Effect goes on sale? You really should. I don't remember how much I got it for, but it was a pretty good discount because it had just came out. I definitely recommend Tetris Effect. It's very fun. And there is multiplayer in Tetris Effect, actually. I didn't know that until fairly recently, but there is multiplayer in Tetris Effect. I don't know when I'll ever get to experience that, because I very much like solo Tetris, but I mean, it's an option. But yeah, Tetris Effect, A++. This one, Tetris 99, is good if you like competition. Tetrio is good if you like just chill vibes. And then there's a weird one called Tetris Puyo Puyo. That one's kind of weird. It's weird because it combines two different games. And like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's cute though, but it's kind of weird. Because Puyo Puyo is like a weird game in it of itself. I don't know. I haven't quite gotten into Puyo Puyo in Tetris. I definitely still favor the Tetris side of that game. It's like a crossover, that's why. Tetris collab stream? I don't know. It's like, I don't know when I'd ever be able to do that because I don't know a lot of people who actually own Tetris Effect. Maybe they do and they just don't talk about it. I don't know. Like I said, it is on Switch, so maybe like some people just have it on Switch or something. I don't know. Just because I associate you with Tetris, I have an indie RBT horrible game you should play. I said horrible game. Horror game you should play. Is it? What is it? Why is it associated with Tetris? What? What? That looks like fun. Yeah, I think it's pretty fun. Reading chat and doing this is kind of hard though. I do not recommend. I was about to be like, but it's my job. I'm like, this is not my job. I don't get paid enough for this. To make it my job. No! Please. Oh no. Okay. Don't do what I did. That's not good. That's not good. Don't do that. Okay. You can do that part. That part was kind of cool. You can do that part too. That was cool. Nice. Nice. No, that wasn't nice. Don't do that. Yeah, I don't know. Lately, I've been noticing that, like, I feel like my mind's been opening up like the Matrix, because, I don't know, I've been seeing some stuff when I play this game that I'm like, man, you're too powerful. I'm totally bragging, but I think I deserve it. Also, I noticed that Basil was crocheting. I've been seeing a lot of like crochet videos suggested to me on YouTube for some reason. I don't even crochet, but I've been getting a lot of recommendations for crochet videos. It's actually kind of funny because I used to knit, so I'm like, why am I getting crochet videos? I never learned how to crochet. I learned how to knit. Please, that was awful. I don't know what that was. Oh my god, wait. YouTube is telling me to crochet? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like start crocheting. I think I actually have a crochet needle though. I have a crochet needle, but I've never crocheted. I just bought it because it was on sale. And I was like, oh, you know, for the future. Whenever you decide to crochet. I've never crocheted. I don't even know, like, I look at it and I'm like, what? I guess in a way, crocheting is just like efficient knitting. Please. In a way. Because like, you don't need 2 needles, you only have 1 hook. Can I survive? Ooh, maybe actually. Ooh. Ooh. I'm doing pretty well. No. There we go. Nice. You know, actually, I was thinking about it earlier, and the first time I ever knitted anything, somehow it turned into a circle, but I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't use circular needles, so I don't really know how I made a circle, but I did. It was supposed to be a scarf. It didn't become a scarf. I don't even know where it is at this point. I never finished it because I didn't know how to fix it. So I made like a thing. But then the second thing I made turned into a scarf. I actually wear that scarf. My very first scarf that I made. And I do wear it when it gets a little more chilly outside. Right now it's like freaking 80 degrees outside. I'm like, alright. So it's not quite time yet. But when it is time, I do have many scarves to keep me warm. Although I've only made 1 scarf in my life. I was in the process of making another scarf and then I never finished it. But maybe now that I have time, I'll pick up on it again. My face itches and I cannot scratch because I'm playing this. Oh god, okay. That was kind of scary. This sucks, my face itches so much and I cannot scratch it. Don't ask me what a T-spin is, I have no idea. I just do it on accident sometimes. No. No, okay. Give me your badges, give me your badges. Oh god, what is happening? No, no, okay. Actually, yeah. Actually, yeah. Yes, please. Yes! Yes! No, yes! Yes! Oh my god, what is this music? No. This is less than optimal. What is happening? Oh my god. What is happening? No. I don't know what's happening. Oh yeah, give me those badges. This is so exciting. I don't know what's happening. I'm kind of scared. I'm actually kind of scared. Ah, no! Okay, I thought they were gonna come for me. Oh my god. Please. This is all about survival now. Please, please. Okay. I'm so scared. No, 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 that was bad. No, no, okay, that was actually good. That was good. That was good. That was okay. No, 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 damn it. I was so excited. One day I will get Tetris Maximum. I will get first place on stream. One day. One day. Okay, let me catch up on chat. It has a Tetris mini game. Wait. Alice Muir? I don't get paid to put up with chat. I want to learn how to do both crochet and knitting. I think that'd be a good skill. I actually don't know which is considered more difficult, I guess. But crochet is a word that's read differently than pronounced. Yeah. You know, you might be I'm sorry, I'm literally reading through chat and just kind of like catching up with the conversation. If you have little yarn, you might be able to knit with fat needles, because if you knit with fat needles, it'll make the project like a lot looser of a knit. And I don't know, I kind of like that more when it comes to scarves and stuff than like skinny needles, because when you do skinny needles, it's a very tight kind of knit, and I don't like that as much. So if you do skinny thread, you might be able to get away with it with fat knitting needles. But also if you do like little skinny thread, like if it's yarn, like baby yarn stuff, I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to make baby blankets. So cute. Yeah, I don't know how I made it a circle though. I don't know how I made it a circle. I don't know. I don't know what I did to make it a circle. I think I might have like dropped, what is it called? The loops? I might have dropped them or something. I don't know. The magic circle! Yeah, I was really stressed out. Okay, we're gonna continue. Thank you for putting up with my Tetris. Now we're back to our regular scheduled program. February 25th, 12:06, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. I don't even remember what happened last night. Yeah, I don't even remember what happened last night. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals! Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. I take it Lana's having you run errands again. Let me tell you, pal, this is the last time, pal. I said pal too many times, but it's gumshoe, so it doesn't matter. Here, she asked me to give you this to you if there was a break in trial. Why is there a duck on the evidence law book? Thank you so much for the hydration. I needed this. Thank you. It's the law duck. Yeah, I don't know why it's out of stock sometimes for a base. I don't know. I don't even know what out of stock means. I don't even know. I don't even know what it means. Oh my god, that duck is so cute. It's so cute. It's like Sherlock Holmes, but a duck. Evidence law? Edra was talking about this just the other day. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. You could at least study some evidence law, really. Sherlock Holmes! Beautiful. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book. We need the duck book? Him. I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Can I actually read it? Oh my god! I actually can read it! Securely slipped into pocket. Wait, can I actually read it? Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. Can I actually read it? Oh my god, I can! Oh my god, I can! Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. When is it? I never noticed the duck on this book! All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. We exposed Emma as the murder of Neil. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Okay. I was thinking about this earlier, that Emma was accused of murder, and then I like blacked it out because I was so sad. So yeah, I'm like, oh, you're right. I spelled her name. You're right. That made me very sad. I'm still sad. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Despite all these allegations being thrown at me. Mr. Edgeworth. The real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all ruined with this forged evidence you weren't aware of. And this guy found out she unwittingly caused the man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, Val! You're missing the point, detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? And we're going to expose him. I made this slip up obvious because I paused! No matter what it takes! Ad starts. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. February 25th, 12:52, District Court, courtroom number 9. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well... Ahem. Normally, this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness. But, this isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have, struck a bargain. He's so smug about it! You think I may have manipulated the witness. I didn't say that! Basil in the trenches, the two people with their gifted subs that are expired. The expired sub. Is that a clown? What is that? Twinana pets. The accent Olivia. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking and... Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. He's so smug! What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. God, he's so pretty. He's so pretty! It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. Then it's settled. The, defense may now call forth the next witness. Mr. Wright. You do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, the trial is as good as over. The defense calls... The time has finally come to bring out the real murderer. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. The Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything? As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. Hang on. He's stressing me out. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True. All right, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. I can't believe he's just playing with his hair. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this, some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. So, you want to play hardball, eh? But please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto, what's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this. The music's gone. Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Sure! Take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify What? He can just do that? Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Very well, the witness may now begin his testimony. Why is that allowed? That doesn't make any sense. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. This alternate universe is terrifying! Is that when Dark was arrested? Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. This is literally terrifying. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut. If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I'd better hit him hard and fast. I feel like Chief Gant and Von Karma are like two different kinds of bad. They're just two different kinds of terrible. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day. Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that. Was the defendant, Lana Skye, also present in the room? I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. So the two of you ran immediately after him, right? That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first. So Neil and I split up. He went upstairs, and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky. What's this about a power outage? Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden, and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil when that knife went through his heart, though. Man, he really is just like digging it. That's not funny. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Could you tell us what you saw? It was a shocking sight. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to them were the two poor girls, Lana and Emma. Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. How can you know that? Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved. So that means you found the body near Lana's desk? That's right. I think you said earlier it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor. Yes. Anyway, as you can see, I had nothing to do with this forgery. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office? That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances. Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness won't do you any good, right? If you're going to stare at anything, you'd better be off staring at the court record. Worthy. Always the smooth talker. But which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow, I've got to link Gant to the incident. I don't know. Well, it's clearly this one. Oh fuck, I pushed the wrong button. So look at the court record. Okay, well it's clearly that last one. Because that last one is the one that you have to contradict. Okay, so... maybe this one, actually. Because he hid, like, half of it. And then there's this, too, that he also hid. Oh, wait, I pushed the wrong one, my bad. Probably... yeah! We did hit the PowerPoint goal, you're correct. I don't know when I'm gonna do the PowerPoint, but we did hit it. So, there we go. If you really had nothing to do with the forgery, then how do you explain this? Well, what is that? And what's that on it? A handprint? Chief Gant, your explanation, please. I don't know. You tell me, son. Huh? My dear Righto, don't you know the second rule of evidence law? Uh-oh, not this again. Evidence law. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Tell me, how is that rag relevant to this trial? It appears that offense was not prepared. I guess it's too early to use this piece of evidence. Am I gonna get docked? Please accept my profound apologies, Chief. Would you mind giving the defense another chance? Well, okay. I'll do it this once. But only because you asked, Aji. Thank you. I assure you the defense is terribly sorry. Ha ha ha. Yeah, sorry I didn't nail you. Okay, so... I didn't get docked. So I did something sort of right. Fuck, wait. Ah, is he gonna keep doing the unregistered evidence thing? It has hand. It literally has hand! I had nothing to do with the forgery? He's probably gonna keep playing the evidence law cards. Unless I really fuck up, then I'm gonna get docked, but... it's probably the evidence list then. But that's like the same energy as this. Okay. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Oh. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this list, for example. That's the list Emma Sky drew her picture on. This was discovered in your desk. Not only that, but a piece of this jar that was sitting in your office was found inside your safe. It was found where? You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Alright, well my first gut instinct was correct. Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this? Oh! Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery. Who, me? Or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto? However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. What? What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found near your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. Gumshoe has no money. He just has the blue badger. Let's see, what was it now? Jar fragments and a list. For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Ugh. Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. I'm so confused on what's happening. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. Alright, Udgy, in return, though. I know. That place, right? Huh? What are these guys? Telepathic? What? Are they going on a date? Yes, they are. For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. I appreciate it if you stop making these ridiculous allegations. Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that. What? I'll have you know, back in the day I once broke into a cattle ranch and tipped. But Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're gonna need it later. Later? What are you talking about? What else? I'm talking about when Righto's prints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was illegal. I've never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. What do you mean by that? This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery. This is so headache-inducing. If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery, I'm not through speaking yet, Righto. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation? It would appear not. After all, I wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced. Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient? Right? The chief is talking about a possibility, so long as you can't rule that out. Your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Tell me something I don't know. Come now, Righto. Think about it. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. How can you look me in the eye and say that? Because I'm innocent. Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil? I'm not sure I care for the word murder here. But in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye. Well, now do you see? Rearranging the crime scene would help me out in any way. Really, Chief Gant. At the very least, there's one very large benefit you've reaped from all this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police. Oh! The resolution of SL9 incident secured. The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That, in itself, is sufficient motive. Ho, ho, ho! Oh, that's a good one. Huh? Do you really think I'm that incompetent? What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little bit. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes. It was going to be made chief anyway. Gah! Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There. It's out in the open now. Aji, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. Nothing in it for you? Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's sister, little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Ho, ho, ho! Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Huh. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Who would be the accomplice? I don't... Who would he have helped out? I don't think he would help out Lana. Ah, I can't think of how it would help him. That means he wouldn't have helped out anyone. Relax and take a deep breath, Mr. Wright. Try to think outside the box. After all, that's what you're good at, isn't it? Think outside the box? I never thought I'd hear him say that to me. The question isn't who would the chief help. It's who would ask the chief for help. If someone did that, he'd be sure to find a way to benefit from that person. It appears the defense has nothing more to say. Chief, would you please repeat your testimony from the beginning? Okay, so the answer was yes. You have to... Who the hell would he help? You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime, blah blah blah. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Someone would have asked him for his help. True, you might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I mean. Very well then. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence? Probably is Lana then. Because the dude is gone. I was gonna pick the dude, but he's gone. Maybe it is Lana. But what? Lana? This dude? It's either Lana or this dude. I don't know. Oh my god, all you have to type is ED, Edgewood pops up. That's a new level. We've never benefited Goodman though. Goodman was below him. He would benefit from Lana because then he could hold this over her. That would make a lot of sense because then he could hold this over her. So that makes way more sense. Lana's so pretty. Yeah, so like Lana clearly is like being blackmailed or something. Like he has such a hold on her. Yeah, so like it makes more sense if it's Lana. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky, the defendant? I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the SO9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how would he profit from all of this? He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Oh, wait! You must mean puppet, as in force someone to do his bidding. Never mind! Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive, to appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Right, oh my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Okay, an ad's gonna start soon, so I'm gonna pause right here real quick. Taking it easy tonight, y'all. Taking it easy. It makes sense that Lana's the one who was to ask him, but I don't know. Alright, ad starting, so I'm gonna chill here for a bit. And just kind of reflect on this. That's the rule. It's Monday. You know what? I really want to buy stuff to make soup. I really want to make cream of chicken and rice soup. And that's all I've been thinking about for the past 2 days. But it was raining today, so I couldn't go to the store. I mean, I didn't want to go to the store. I want to make the soup. I'm gonna buy myself a rotisserie chicken. And then I'm gonna buy all my stuff. Throw it in an Instapot. Actually, I probably don't even need the Instapot. Because I can just do it on the stove. I just gotta buy the stuff. A lot of good soups use, what is it? They use carrot, celery, and onions. A lot of good soups use that. Soup yummy. We're literally just talking about soup. Make the soup that I couldn't make today. We're literally just talking about soup. Okay. We're just talking about soup. Cause I want the soup. It's like a good soup weather. I was actually gonna buy Panera soup with like the sandwich and stuff through DoorDash, but then I realized it'd be like $40 for like 2 meals, and I'm like, nah. Love, are you talking like that we can hear? We were just talking about soup. Y'all didn't miss anything. We were talking about soup and Panera. Oh, what? What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. Oh, that's what you mean with the soup in the microwave. Oh, that makes way more sense. I was like, why is your frozen soup exploding? That makes way more sense now. There's no way she testified against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless that is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Which one would that be? Of course, I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? Same, bro. Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious. Huh? This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. Your Honor, have you seen him? Your Honor, have you seen this man? To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder? This is impossible! I made his voice so much higher than it used to be. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. Look at his hair. Hydration, thank you so much! It's too late, Mr. Wright. Huh? Hydration, thank you so much for crust. Ugh. There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this. They're working together now! Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder? Good question. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Good sir, I don't know what the answer is. I actually think I do, but... Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman. Why my headphone acting all weird? There we go. I was like, what's up with your headphones? Hey yo, Mr. 777777. This It's the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 777-7777. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean... I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 777-7777. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. New expression, let's go! What a terrible code. Literally the worst code. They're tag teaming, they're besties, Your Honor. Oh my god, the fucking sevens. He's sweating! New position, let's go! Order, order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations. And I will demand Mr. Wright to be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Ooh, look at his fist! Chief Gant, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime? New expression, let's go. What about it? I'm chief of police. Whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom, what's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days. Where's the security footage at then? You hadn't seen him in days. Chief Gant, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? The trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. Why are you going places alone? No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? So is the videotape just gone? The security tape, it's just gone? Goodbye? Probably. In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? What? Huh? Huh? Show that he what? Show that the victim went to meet the chief. This? This? Not that. Why is there a handprint on your face, my boy? I never used this. Why do I have this? I've never used this. It's mayo! I I thought that was Z. It's mayo! I think it's... What did I say it was? Fuck. This. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in possession of the report. Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if you filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yes, to transfer the evidence out. Oh. Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. Bro, how are you just gonna like... Bro, Bro, how are you just gonna like stab a guy while he's trying to go? What? He just stabbed a dude to be like, hey, I'll walk you to the evidence room, huh? And then you freaking stab him? I accompanied him. There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. What the hell? How are you just gonna stab a dude? Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. Hi, the chief of police murdered poor Goodman. Exactly. But wait! The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. Ooh. Whoa! Whoa! What was that? Whoa, what was that? That was the scariest thing. What? I don't know what happened. I don't think I'm muted. So I'm not really sure what's going on with Twitch. Not sure what's going on there because I'm not muted. Little whack. Chief Kent, you didn't. Oh God. Look at his eyebrow. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. Ah, that's what it is, the Bluetooth. Darn Bluetooth. Silly thing. Silly technology. Glad you got your volume back, though. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey you! Take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. He did. He did. And all this time, I thought it was just a useless clue that... And all this time, I thought it was just a useless clue just taking up space. How could the chief have moved the body? Did you just put it in his car? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. Did you just stick the freaking body in his car? Did you just stick it in his car when he wasn't looking? What? It was just in his trunk? Is that what he did? Just freaking put the body in his trunk. He freaking just put it in his trunk. I don't think I did that right. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body! Oh, I think I did do it right then. What's that? A screwdriver? But what does it have to do with this case? Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. He literally shoved it. Okay, we're just gonna go with it. What is the screwdriver doing here? It's here because... Ah! I was asked to go, by Chief Gant no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. He put the body in his car! After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. You mean The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. Bro, he literally just put the body in the car and Edgeworth just drove it and he didn't even know. This poor man. Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body of your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Order! What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations? Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. That's even worse! Chief Gant, please say something. I believe your time's up. My time's up? Sorry, Wright, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're gonna make it to the early bird special. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier. A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? Wait, what? This is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. So you're going to just run away after all this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. Why do they make me show so much stuff? I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright, Your Honor, do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Skye dispose of the body. Do I have any concrete proof? The hell's my concrete proof? What is my concrete proof? I have so much evidence. I have so much evidence. And for what? Miles Edgeworth. I love that his name's on the parking ticket. Do I have any concrete proof? If I pick no, what will it do? I actually don't know what the proof is. Do I have any concrete proof that you need? I don't fucking know. It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. See, Aji. In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? What? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Righto. Seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Aji, I'll leave the rest to you. Is that it? Did I fuck up? Did I really fuck up? I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to a senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency. What? Lady Luck, Maybe we should have a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? Bro, I don't even know what just happened. It's Luck! Hi, Vaughn! Hi, Shima. How's the murder convicting going? Give anyone the chair yet? No. No. Someone's given someone the execution, but not us. I don't know what's going on in this case. I literally don't know what's going on in this case. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? The judge has no brain cells. There's no way he can did it. He can do it. He has literally nothing in his brain. He's not cunning enough for this. There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. A lady who knows the truth, another witness. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify. There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person? Is it Lana? Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist? Is it Lana? It's gotta be Lana, right? It's either her or Emma. She may not be willing to tell the truth. We can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth the defendant, Miss Lana Skye! She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task: dispose of the victim's body in accordance with a certain someone's orders. Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor. Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. What do you mean? In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. The court is now in Hold on! Huh? Chief Kent, I thought you were going to eat! Listen good, Lana. He's talking to Lana. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. What? That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. What the fuck? Ah! This isn't good. Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyways, right? Just something to think about. Alright then. I've got a lunch date to meet. I'm so uncomfortable. Okay. If there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess. The judge is like, okay, well, anyway. Okay, bye. February 25th, 2:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. That chief, he's something else, eh, pals? Detective Gumshoe! Ha ha ha, I'm not detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Ah, don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office! My office? Sure! Wait, that was disgusting. Sure! I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. Could he mean Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief gets done it again! How's it he always gets the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said. But Chief, this is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. Risks? What do you mean? What did he mean by that? It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too? Yeah, I guessed right! Emma, are you okay? Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah, now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside, to force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. Hey! Don't go blaming yourself now! If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal! Blame society! Blame society! Gumshoe, please. Freaking Gumshoe, please. Okay, but like, Emma passed out and no one asked about her. No one asked if she was okay, what happened to her, where'd they take her. She just fell over and then the case continued. So, yeah. Like, no one asked about her. So I also assumed she was just lying on the floor. Just, you know, vibing. Alright, I'm gonna put on some chapstick real quick. I'm gonna put on some chapstick. Doing Gumshoe's voice really does something to me. It's not even good. But I'm so proud of it. Alright, we got 6 seconds, let's go. If you wanna blame anyone, blame society, pal. Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act. Wait, you just got an ad? But the ads are over. Emma, why don't you wait here? No, I'm going with you. Oh, okay, I guess ads aren't really over yet. I actually have an artist in mind that I want to commission an emote for, where it's like Borb with like a sign that says ad or something. I think I have an artist in mind that I want to commission that for. Kind of tight for money right now though, but whenever I get the chance, I'll think about it. No, I'm going with you. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth. Let's go, Wright? It's time to end this. Oh my god, there's another part. What's after former and latter? What else is there? Shut up! It says trial ladder 2! Shut up! Thank you so much for the luck, Vaughn. Hopefully this will end soon. Hopefully this will end soon. Ladder part 2! I hate this. Fucking... February 25th, 2:21 p.m. District Court number 9. Oh my god. Andres, please. What do you want? You want winter Shima or summer Shima? Andres like, I can't take the heat. We gotta do something. Winter Shima, got you. BRB. Wow. Oh wait. LMAO, I'm so silly. So like this whole time, I've been like, man, why do my headphones sound so weird? Like, why can't I hear out of one of them? It wasn't plugged in all the way. I'm so silly. Anyway, here's your new form. Hi, it's Winter Shima. I have a brain cell now. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand? Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. I'm gonna cry. Now then, your testimony if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Everyone's like, hi, Winter Shima! Hi! I have a brain now. I'm no longer bored. I mean, I'm still bored, but I have a brain now. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dart convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital defense. I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana! If this is true, that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. What if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. I'm so depressed. She keeps looking to the side. I worked alongside Gant for many years. How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years. Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia. Damon Gant was a respectable detective, that's why. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana. So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? Oh god, why did the music cut out? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. Ah, that's so depressing. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed as was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean, Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that is so, What happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. All just to protect me. So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. I'm so stressed out. Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body. You can just break off the tip of the guy's knife? You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the victim's wound, and then you moved the body? But why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. The pieces of the jar? You mean... Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedited to move the body. So, when you first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you look at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead, and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. I'm so confused. I see. What's the matter, Emma? Apparently, the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there is more to it than that. There must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period. Are you so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence. She's lying! She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened! In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying! Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done it alone. I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up making a contradiction. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day all because of that creep. So that's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana. So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago. Oh shit. I messed up. Hang on, sorry. I messed up. I guess I can't go back to... Because there was that option that I had. It won't let me go back, so... Maybe this is what I need. Okay, this is what I actually needed. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at this crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? Well, Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean, Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dart? Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dart was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was... Wait, hang on. Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to find something. I think it was this one. It was this one. Well, why did you do that? Come now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out. Very well. Let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason Miss Skye fabricated the knife. I knew the tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right? Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dart. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body. So you buried it inside the victim's stab wound? Yes, because I hated Dart for what he did. Wait, did that change? It did change. I don't know, I thought about it too. I'm like, did you just like stick your finger in there? Like, oh! Wait, did that change? It did change. Sorry, I'm trying to think right now. I'm trying to think. Why did you move the body? Why did you move it there? Miss Skye moved the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Yeah, it did change. This seems to be more valuable of a statement than the other one. In order to show that Dart committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So when you first found the body, the jar was already broken. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear really what happened. Neil Marshall was dead and Dart was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. I see. The matter, Emma. Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that. There must be a contradiction there somewhere. That shattered during the events. Is that really what happened, though? I'm so depressed looking at this. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Clearly, this is still important somehow, because we haven't used it, yo. What are your thoughts, Ace? Why does the jar look like that? Why is it so big? Yeah, I also thought that. How would he have been able to write her name if it's shattered? But also, how do I present that? Okay, I'm gonna save real quick. Because I have two thoughts in my head. I have two thoughts. Let's see if I can jar do anything. Yeah! Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed the crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I'm compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction? In my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar! Yeah, I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, how do I prove that? I'm drinking water, please hold. I have no more water after this, that's okay. Order, order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're in the dark, as we are, about the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Bro, we're all confused. I don't know what the hell's happening. Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. It was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. I have no idea what's going on. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. So the jar was already broken. It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case, but not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Well, that helps my case. Lana, you do that for me. It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in that situation? Lana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene? Yes, I don't have any excuse for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time. It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this incident. No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office. More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony. Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this right. She's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, my boy. I'm gonna check it out. What the fuck is this? What is this? I need to know what this is! What are your thoughts, Ace? I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. That's so specific. I don't really know where the handprint, like, if she was that much of a hurry, how did she find the cloth and handprint? I'm assuming it's Emil's clothes, but she must have cut it off, I think. I don't know. Be safe, I wiped away the blood. Okay, let me try something real quick. Yes! Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you are unaware of. What? They found the final piece of the jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the Chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Huh, can you believe that? Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? What? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? Did you see his mouth? He was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Did you see his mouth? He was like, whoa, 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 what? No! No! I don't know what voice I'm giving him. Your homie's a criminal! Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? Hydration, thank you! You're right, I have to remember to stay hydrated. The judge is so clueless, how is he a judge? Bro, I don't know. I actually need to get more water. I have no more water. What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Grant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet. Oh! No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that, coming from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana may be right after all. What do you mean, Wright? So do you tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Skye, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Skye, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. Okay, I'm gonna get water. Hang on, I need water. I need water. Go to the bathroom or something. Go do something. Okay, we're back. We're back. Funnily enough, I've started eating apples with peanut butter again. So we're just on our apple kick, I guess. Okay. Here we go. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. The way she leans forward, that's so, like, it's such a desperate move. Like, please, like, you can see it in her body that she's so desperate to protect her sister, and I want to cry! Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor sword. You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. What? I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? It's a picture I took of this crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture. You mean the book? The fuck are you talking about? The hell are we talking about? The fuck are we talking about? The book. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check out the evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. The duck? Oh my god, it's so fucking cute. It's so cute! It's so cute! It says P.O.! Oh my god, stop! That's so cute! Shut up! P.O.? La Duck, my beloved! Can you open the book, please? Can you open the book? Can you open the book? Open it. Please. What the actual... What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Hey, there's a picture here. What the actual fuck? Oh. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this, because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Oh my god. She put that in her duck book? Mr. Wright, that piece cut out from his vest. Could that be the cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe? Yeah, are we not gonna question the fact that, like, they cut out a whole piece of his vest? Like, what? What's this? This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whoever's fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. Oh, Emma, baby. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Emma, baby. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Baby. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's... What? The fuck? He interrupted. Should I give a hint? No hint yet, Crest. We're just gonna wing it. No hint yet, Crest. Thank you for asking, though. Why are you here? Come now, Udgy. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant. What? Now you want to make me out as the bad guy, too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. Bro, did you just push Lana to the side? I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Damn, son, what is that? Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Ah, shit, he knows. Someone? So, what's your excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Fuck, he knew. He knows. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I'd better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? I mean, do I have a choice? Do I really have a choice? Do I really have a choice? Because the other option is this, right? But like... Ha 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 ha! I mean... Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence. Alright, it's time to finally... The time's finally come to show it to them. Those prints have got to be the chief's. Now then, let's see what this conclusive evidence... The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. It's a piece of leather cloth? Yes, it's most likely was cut from the victim's vest near his chest. What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword. What? Whose fingerprints are on this? I'm sure Righto has checked, haven't you? Well, whose are they? They're Miss Sky's. Miss Emma Sky's. What? They're mine? So I really did do it. See? I told you it was conclusive. But this was found in your safe. This means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe that? What? Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death. No. It appears we have our killer. No! Did I fuck up? Is that how you fuck up in this game? Aw, shit. Everything hinged on that point. In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on all counts. Damn! Wow! Wow! That's new. Wow, that's new. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this time. What? You lie! Chief Gant? You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? This means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Wright-o. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it? What the fuck is happening? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. What? What? You're just gonna talk about it? So you really were manipulating her. I knew, Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? Well, why? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. What if you fabricated all the evidence? What's to say you didn't fabricate the message on the jar, too? Ho, ho, ho! Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this man. You mean that piece of cloth? Come now, Wright-o. Cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe? Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all, but it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence to present. Foolish move, Wright-o. You should have shown it before it was too late. It's been a long battle. Man, this is like when they were like... Without the approval of the police department? Unregistered evidence? I'm kind of confused how this would turn anything around. It's been a long battle, but the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up this... What is happening? As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. I'm so confused! It's the same thing! No, it's too late to show the evidence now! Besides, even if I did, it just exposed that poor girl's fingerprints. Right? Think hard over the circumstances. The circumstances? I'm talking about then and now. There's one major difference between the two. Weren't you waiting for that difference? What is happening? So, I just figured out my plan. Mr. Wright, this is your only chance! Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. What? Is this not where we were before? Does this mean I'm supposed to show him something else? What the fuck? What do you mean? The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. I don't... Why is it the book? I don't understand why it's the book. Why is it the book? Mr. Edgeworth, your opinion, please. I think Wright's humor has improved at the expense of his defense. It's not the book. Come on, Mr. Wright! You remember that thing with the murderer's handprint on it, don't you? Do I actually have to show that? I'm so confused. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut this piece of the victim's vest? Oh yes, at least you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this. I'm so confused. Did I not just show this? Did I not just show this? There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. I hate this game. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean... It could not have been forged. It must have been authentic, conclusive evidence. Ho, ho, ho! You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Wright had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... I was gonna pick him, that's not right. Shima? Emma Sky? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I'm so confused still. I'm so confused still. Whoa! You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. How could you? You monster! Miss Sky, you knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. Ah, but I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'm actually genuinely confused. Like, there's some kind of nuance that I'm missing. That's why I'm actually really confused. I'm actually really confused because it's like the same sequence of events, but like slightly different. So I'm confused. What is like they hinted that I needed to do evidence of law, but like, is it because it's not relevant to the trial? Like, I don't understand what this approach wanted me to do. I don't know what's happening. So that's why I'm like kind of confused. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? Why are you so cocky? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. What? But Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. The what? What? I can't save now, it's too late! The piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth? Wait! So it'll just be the cloth. So what I'm thinking is this is a clear print of like her pushing him to the front. But I don't know. The suspense is killing me. Sorry, I'm just kind of like... It's because it's like she pushed him to the front. Like she pushed him into the front. I'm so confused. The piece of evidence the cloth contradicts. Okay, so it's not these. These are way too... Oh wait, that's Bruce Goodman. I don't care about him. That's the wrong dude. The piece of evidence that contradicts the cloth. Okay, so it's either this or the picture, maybe? No. No. Can I save now? Yes, I can save now. And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait, there's no blood on it. The actual fuck? Ah! Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at the time. No, this is nonsense. I'm gonna do that again. Oh damn, you're right. He's like super bloody, so I guess I should... Yeah, he's super bloody. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground when he was not unconscious. That's even more depressing. If so, then tell me, who could have it been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor's sword? Bro, what the actual fuck? Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood, a jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue, and make Lana believe her sister did it. God damn, this is too, like... Remember what you admitted only moments ago, that you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. Oh my god. It's finally all over. That was so confusing. Lana? Oh. Oh! That was close, Rhino. You almost had me. What? Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. Why are you sweating so hard, though? What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Order, order! What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Reggie? Earlier, old Wright here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Wright? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this time. Watch him turn into a demon again. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair! Hoo 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 hoo! Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son! I'm so fucking confused. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. While Mr. Edgeworth? True, illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it that you purposefully and illegally concealed this cloth? No, because it became relevant, right? Oh shit, wrong one. Is that what it is? That he's trying to make it relevant? Is that what it is? I admit, I refused to present it at one point. Ah, so the evidence is illegal! No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, IG, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe. There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well. Let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now! This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. With the duck on it. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Thank you, Ducky. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No! He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, the piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. This is too big brain for me. You yourself confess to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh, yes. No. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant, the killer was you! You're gonna explode. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum! For 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. And then you stabbed him? What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. And then you stabbed him? He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. My homie, you just stabbed him. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. You really did just fucking stab. You really just stabbed him. He wasn't even doing anything. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would only lead to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car? I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. So not only did this man stab someone who literally didn't do anything, but he shoved the body in Edgeworth's car, who also didn't do anything. What a terrible person. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. He broke his car trunk. Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So you left the jar fragments in the glove. Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crime than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, and believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. I'm so sad. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Edgy. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Udgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, and the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Oh, she smiled! Oh, she smiled! I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky, and to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much as I have these past few years. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. She smiled again! You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. She's so pretty! Stop it! I only did it. Stop it. I only did my job. Okay, Mr. Moshe Constipated. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as an accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. She's still smiling! Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry. Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. I gotta get ready. That is all. The court is adjourned. I'm so tired. It's been 84 years! February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended, I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few years. You've done well. She's so cute! Stop! You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals! Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making the detective run around while on duty, and to top it off, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because my sister again? Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana! Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. And hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. Hydration, thank you! I'm gonna cry. I need to hydrate for all these tears I'm gonna shed after this stream. Nice. And a stretch. I'm gonna stretch my back out. I'm gonna cry. This is so sad. I'm so depressed. This case makes me so sad. They really did the whole 3rd time's the charm with Gumshoe out here. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course.
You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, she's so cute, stop!
Oh, Emma. Emma.
No, stop, it's so cute!
No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. At least, that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
But me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
He's so grumpy ass looking. Where was he hiding?
I just came to say congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me.
Why are you all angsty?
No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day, you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows, given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. We were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah.
What is this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own? What's this? Right?
That's the picture I drew.
Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
Are you gonna cry?
It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth. If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Edgeworth, what will you do now?
Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? Can we just appreciate the bitter smile before he goes away? Are we group hugging? Who are we hugging? Are we hugging the meow meow? Are we hugging little meow meow? Is that what's happening? We're hugging meow meow. Alright, we're hugging the meow meow. Okay. But what I face now is my problem. I'm so sad. Do you know? I'm not gonna say anything yet. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I better be going too.
Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon.
It seems we both have a lot to learn and it seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. The duck! 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 It's a scientific investigation with the dog! Stop! That's so cute! Stop! That's so cute! Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis. I will.
I'm gonna cry. Her smile is so cute. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective! I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright's here, the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What, you think I can afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? Huh? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream? Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Where are we going? Oh my god, cutscene? Oh my god, here we go. Oh my god, that took so long! I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Stop, they're so cute! For the pee-pee duck dance. Yikes, I thought I was a goner for a moment there. They looked over my authorization investigation in the chief's office. If we penalize you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. Just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. I love how you remembered it was called the pee-pee duck. I love that you remember that they were called the pee-pee dance duck. That's exactly what he is. He's the pee-pee dance duck. I'm exhausted. My new mission is to guard the main entrance to take care of Billy! Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard! My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them though! Someday I'm going to make detective! Yes, sir! Then I can just be like that Dinkum-shoe! Thank you for the head pat, Mayo. I think it's random for the emote thing. It's random for petals. Oh my god, it's the boy! It's the boy. It's the boy. Look at the boy. Oh my god, he fell over! Oh my god! He literally fell over! Shut up! We just showed the boy died! What is it? Can't you see him? Blah blah blah. Miss Starman, just take this steak to me. She's blah blah blah. She wanna go, well, Cowboys, look like you did it. You even gave Bambima back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? Yeah, sure. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new menu on the menu, the Wright wave lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom's layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Make sure not to eat it backwards. Why not? I'm exhausted. Yeah, there's like Twitch default channel point redeems where you can unlock random ones. I don't know how long it lasts, but I'll never forget what young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing something for other how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to go to, so I'd better be... Huh? Oh no! I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go! He fucking left. He just left. He left. He's gone. Goodbye.
Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon training is about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
It's our girl. It's our girl. The judge has never moved out of his seat, and yet there he was. He left. Goodbye. Because he forgot his gavel, like the dummy he is. I'm exhausted. I'm literally exhausted. I'm so tired. Okay, I was gonna say, I think Edgeworth is on break. I think our little meow meow's on vacation. Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. What's going on? Mr. Edgeworth is gone. is gone. I don't know where he went. He's gone. I think he's on vacation. He's taking a breaky break.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Her ducky book. Oh my god, it's so cute! Peel? Oh, shut up! Oh my god. That's so cute. Oh my god.
I'm so sad. Wow, we really did it. Wow. 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 Okay, so we finished this. This is done. This is done. We did all of this. We did that. We did this. We did this. We did this. One save slot. Yeah, I saved over it. I was like, we'll be fine. Look at our beautiful, beautiful collection. So, this week, I plan on starting Justice for All. Starting Thursday. I haven't put up my schedule yet, but the plan is Thursday, I'm starting this with Yon. And then Friday, I'll be joined by Body Eater, Kieran VT, and Ofume, who you guys seen in chat. And then on Saturday, I'll be joined by Jiro, Zajiro, and Rikochi. So, I got 3 days of collabs for this game. First case, Lost Turnabout. I don't remember this at all, so it's gonna be exciting. I'm so sad. I'm very sad. I'm so tired. I'm so tired, oh my god. That took like 20 million years. That literally took 20 million years. Oh my god. Literally the longest game. God, that was so long. Can we just... Oh wait, I'm humongous. Why am I humongous? Give me a second. Dear Shima, you're too big. Shrink. There we go. And then you stop. You stop. You stop. There we go. That was me. Thank you for the Who's That VTuber. Hopefully y'all could have heard that. Hopefully you can hear that. I heard it. You know, even I'm not sure I was even able to binge the trilogy in like 2 days. Like, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot for two. That's a lot, okay? That's too much games. Like, even just like playing the game normally, it's a lot, okay? It's a lot. Because the cases are super long. Oh my god, you only slept 3 hours? Woof, woof. That's probably why you were able to binge it. Yeah. Cause like, cause the thing is that a lot of the cases, there's multiple stages. And I personally get really burnt out on playing something for an extended period of time. Especially when it was, like, stuff like that. So, yeah. That was good, though. That's me, how you all do? Hi, Drifty. Hey, are you streaming? Are you done streaming? How's your stream? Did you do a good Drifty do? That's not the right command. There we go. I almost made Drifty do the whole ass command. I was like, wait a minute, Drifty do is not a command. Yeah, I'm like, Drifty do, are you still alive? What are you doing? Where you at? What you doing? I completed the first game. I'm exhausted. But that was fun. Drifty do is not live anymore. Okay. I am... Hold out your guitar. And you did Fall Guys. Amazing. You are not a whole ass command. That was my mistake. So, we're gonna hold a little chit chat session because I gotta wind down for the night. What did y'all think? What are some thoughts about this case? All the streams for this case were like 4 hours. They were like 4 hours, and 4 hours is a long time for streaming. And I'm literally exhausted. I actually think after this week, I'm gonna take a break. Like after the collabs for this week, we're probably gonna take a break from Ace Attorney because it takes a lot to do these streams. Yeah, the last two cases were definitely intense. I knew about the DL6 case. That one's a very iconic case. And I knew that one was kind of like crazy too. It was just crazy. I didn't remember Rise of the Ashes very well. So that one was crazy. And I think reliving it now, it's kind of like shit. That's like depressing and traumatic and incredibly sad. Yeah, I'm literally sobbing at these games. It makes me so upset. But the last two cases were definitely very serious. Mia's case was serious. It was introducing Maya, but it was also very depressing. The samurai one was also kind of whack, but that one was kind of a goofy one. This next case, I don't remember it, so that'll be fun to reintroduce it to Jan and introduce it to Jan and reintroduce it to myself. So it's gonna be a wild time, but yeah, I had fun. I appreciate the minimal backseating. There were some moments where I did think y'all were backseating a bit too much, or like being a little too pushy when it comes to some stuff. But overall, it was pretty good. Overall, chat was pretty chill. Y'all are pretty respectful overall, so not really like too much to complain about. The samurai case was the only case that wasn't hectic as hell. It was kind of hectic. It was just really weird, and the characters were weird. The characters were mostly weird in that one. I was like, what the hell what are we doing? But yeah, it's good to be able to move on from this first game and get into the nitty gritty, because actually I think what happens is once what's it called? Once the second game, actually, literally, I think from like, maybe like, I'll remember some things in the second game, but after a while, all these cases really blur together for me. So I'm actually really excited to eventually play Apollo Justice, because I think there was a point where I would just speed run through the games and not really appreciate the storyline and the plot. So whenever I would like, my friend would like bring up certain things, I wouldn't remember it because I didn't play the game very thoroughly. I just kind of like looked up a guide sometimes and I would just like kind of rush through it just to finish it, because I wanted to finish the game so that I could give my friend back her game. So you know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I'll finish the game as fast as possible so that I can give it back to this person as fast as possible. But I think that really eats into the enjoyment of a game sometimes.
speed run, but it wasn't like a good speed run. Like it wasn't like I remembered anything, you know? So it was one of those kind of things. But yeah, it's because she was also always like trying to get me to play the next game. And then it's like, well, I want to savor this other game you gave me, but she wanted me to keep like pushing, you know? And I'm like, bro, I can't play as much as you do. Like, the fuck? Yeah, so VN type games, there's a lot of plot. There's a lot of interconnecting characters and stuff. And so like to be able to like rush, like to have to rush through a game, I'm not gonna remember anything. There's too many characters, too many details. But I am excited for y'all to meet some of the characters in this second game. Norberto has mentioned one of them. I want to say she does appear in this second one because she's on the DS cover, the DS Nintendo game cover. So she's been mentioned a few times by Norberto. So that's gonna be fun. And I think another special lovely one, a little precious bean, is gonna appear as well. So I think that's what we're doing. It's really hard to have to rush through games, especially with the ones you have to investigate and read a lot of. Yeah, it's like really hard to like have to rush through them because there's just so much detail. Like you only have to wait like 2 more days. So the plan is I'm not going live tomorrow because I usually don't go on Tuesdays. Wednesday, I'm gonna be on Mads' channel for that interview that I mentioned before, and I'll ping y'all on Discord for whenever that happens. I haven't made my schedule yet. I should make it eventually, but yeah. Thank you so much for dropping by, Drifty. Go Mimi. You have work tomorrow. Go Mimi. Thank you so much for dropping by. It's good to see you. 2 days is a chunk of time, but do we ever know what day it is? No. You know, I don't know what day it is. I just wake up. I will rest up. No worries. I will rest up. Maybe I'll make my soup or something. I will update y'all if I make my soup. But, yeah. You did a lot of streaming for this last case. I did! This is what, day 5? It's day 5. Soup tomorrow? Hey, yo, hopefully I get soup tomorrow if I go out to the store and buy some stuff, but we will see. I might have to wait until later in the week, but we will see. We will see. But yeah, it's a good time. What days? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, today's day 5. Because I started on Thursday. Because it was a Thursday, Friday double feature. Yeah, and then I thought Saturday, Sunday, and today. So this was a 5-part stream. And I'm a slow player, which is why it took a little longer as well. But like, obviously. What the hell? So that's like what? 20 hours of me playing this game and streaming? It's a lot. And we all stuck through it together, so it's definitely a lot. Wow, I actually feel kind of accomplished knowing that. You know what I mean? Like it's like very rewarding to know that we finished all this. God. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna go lay down now. Do I want to raid anyone? Wanna raid anyone? Hey, let's go raid Z. Z's streaming, let's go raid Z. Wait, do I know who this person is? I thought I knew who this person was in their stream, but I don't actually know who it is. Anyway, go tell Z that we said hi. I'm gonna chill out in their stream for a bit. But yeah, they're playing Valorant right now. Thank y'all so much for sticking with the stream. I appreciate your support and everything. Have a good night, everyone. Tell Z that we said hello. And, yeah. Everyone have a good night. Bye-bye.